Hi Virgo, and welcome to your 2015 April Taroscope reading with me. Now, wherever you are around the world viewing this, I hope you've got time to sit back and relax for a few minutes and take on board the messages that arrive. We'll be using 4 cards, and they will represent each a week of the month, basically in order, and then there will be a 5th overall energy card. And at the end we'll do a high vibrational energy as well for you. So let's see, Virgo, what is coming your way for April 2015. Now I'm using a slightly different camera setting today because my good, reliable, sturdy camera has had a bit of a setback with its disc. It has sadly hit the dust. So a little bit different, but let's see what we've got here. The first card for you is the King of Cups. The second card is the Magician. The third card is the Two of Cups. The fourth card is the Wheel of Fortune. And the overall energy card is the Hermit. I've just put that one down the bottom. We'll get to that in the reading later. So if we look at the very first card for the reading, the King of Cups, he can often be considered a person or an energy similar to this that could be in that first week of April. He's quite often noted as a water sign. So he has the kind of emotional perspectives around him, and of course the cups are often considered with that energy or vibration of love or the heart chakra. He's a lovely man to have come into your life. He could be quite or a little bit older, so not a young person, but someone with that rounded character and ability to listen and be observant and supportive. So it might be someone you know already, or it could be someone new coming into your life. He could be a family member, or he could be someone in your workforce that you either have a interaction with. Generally you would think in a supportive realm. So he would be someone who might offer support in a positive format. And because he's associated with thoughts or realms of the heart chakra and love emotions, this could also be on your mind in that first week in April, so you might be thinking more of the emotional perspective of your life. And we note here too, we've got the Two of Cups, which is also, you've got 2 cup cards, 3 major arcanas, including your 5th overall energy for the month. So for you Virgos, it is actually quite a big reading. And if we see in the Magus, we also see the cup quite prominently seated there on the table. So we'd already started with the first card into the reading. I think it's a really nice energetic flow of cards for you for the month of April, but I would say really potent, powerful. So there could be energies, universal energies coming at you that you almost feel inclined to change. I don't know, there's a whole feeling of change about you, especially with the Magus and the Wheel of Fortune cards. They're both quite strong, major arcana, powerful cards that denote change and coming from initiating levels. But this one here, the Wheel of Fortune, is quite often about your karmic life path, or something that's happening in your whole life that either is about to evolve or start up or be kicked into action one way or another. So we'll come back again to the beginning because I'm jumping around a little bit here. But we've already discussed that there might be these feelings of love or some sort of connection of relationships or emotional essence in this first week of April. Now we come to the next card, the Magus. Got the cycle of 8 above his head. It reverberates really well with the energy of this year, the life path energy for the year of 8. And the Magus is about new beginnings. And that really striking time when the universe almost hands it to you on a plate and you can put up your hand like the Magus and say, right, I am going to start something over afresh, or I'm going to go in a new direction because I feel as if there's supportive energy around me. And it could literally be someone physical in your life, as well as a whole bunch of spiritual or astrological patterns that just seem to make this possibility occur in the period of April. It really feels as though there's this flow that if you want to take it or uplift it, you could literally be on the go, make some big changes in your life. You know, if we think of health, even for the Magus card, it's about positivity of health. It's about finding new directions to deal with any health issues that you currently have. You might seek completely new therapies, for instance. You might go down the track of alternative or holistic therapies to alter your health patterns one way or another. But it's a positive card with good, strong, outset energies. As I say, almost anything you want to uplift, it feels like it could happen. And that's in many areas, because we have the cup here on the table as well. So even possibly new romance coming in, or new energies into relationships that currently exist. Financially wise, it would also indicate possible new ventures, new journeys, new beginnings. There's just so many different options that could be going on here. A busy month for you. As we come into the third week, we see here this beautiful Two of Cups. This is often the card that denotes true harmony and bonding in a partnership, in a romantic partnership in specific. It's about the female and male bonding. Well, of course, in today's society, even more so than previously, it doesn't have to be two sexes bonding. It can be the same sex romantically as well. But it's about that, the gift of love and acceptance and understanding and nurturing and supporting each other at the core level, at the heart level. So for the third week of April, it would seem as if you are almost really connected at the heart, like you're either giving love or you're receiving love, or you're supporting someone relationship-wise and really nurturing them, or vice versa, you're receiving that. Or there is the possibility that you might meet someone new, because this card can be the indicator of new romances that are very, very karmic, so soulmate, and also very deep bonding. And of course, when we look at the card right next to it, we get this whole Wheel of Fortune energy, and this is often about your life path that you chose to come in and experience in this world. So some of you may almost feel like you just know that the things that are going on in your life, for whatever reason, they're meant to happen, or they have to happen because it's part of the soul's journey. Some of them may not be things that you absolutely want to be happening right now, and you might be thinking, oh, why would this be happening? Why would anyone choose to experience this? But for whatever reason, you did choose to experience it. And from that perspective, it's the learning lesson that you've come here to actually experience. And if you don't learn from whatever it is you're going through right now, then you'll repeat it again and again and again. So it's times like this, when cards like this arrive, that the messages are so profound that whatever is occurring for you, you really need to take it on board, address it, see how you can learn and grow from it, and see what positivity you can bring in to pass forward to yourself and to others as well. The card, the Wheel of Fortune, often determines quite big positive changes, but they're almost guaranteed that you will notice some change that is irreversible, irrevocable, and puts you into some sort of direction forward. And it can be at the spiritual level, or it can be at relationship spiritual level as well. So it's very intense. And it is interesting that April is a very intense period on the planet, both astrologically wise and astronomically wise. There is a lot going on. So I feel that a lot of people will actually feel pretty much the energies that are being shown for you in the cards. I think it's a beautiful reading. You've got a lot of love. There's certainly a lot of love in the reading, and the feelings of love and nurturing and support around you, even if you might feel like you want to make changes for whatever reason. Now, sometimes the Wheel of Fortune can be travel, so some of you might be travelling. It seems a lot of people are travelling around April on the planet, and I'm not sure why. It can also mean change in workplace, or the feeling as if you need to want to make some changes, so there's that possibility around that as well. Health-wise, I think if we look at this card, your overall energy card, the Hermit, he is another spiritual card. He's about going within. He's your psyche and your feelings of how you address your belief systems, you know, your personal inner self that no one else really has access to. It's your mind and your soul and how you feel. And the Hermit suggests that you might even feel in April that there are periods of time where you would like to be alone or slow things down a little bit, or that you feel there could even be, as I say, too much going on, because there is a lot going on at higher levels, and you might feel that and feel the need to take some time out to sort of have a bit of a retreat, even so that you can gather your thoughts and try and figure out what direction it is you're going in. But again, it's this new light. He holds the light up, and it's very much at his mind level and his heart level. So he is being awakened to the realities of his future and his path and who he is and where he's come from. So it feels as though it's an incredibly spiritual month for you, and one of quite deep connection, and also possibly this connection with another person and the feelings and emotions of love somehow out in there. If we think of health-wise for the Hermit, the messages there to me are about slowing down and listening to your inner psyche. So if you think that you've got something wrong with you, you should say yes. Okay, so how would I address it? What changes would I make? Which is a little bit about the Magus. You know, newfound changes, newfound energy and insight into who you are. He is about getting enough sleep and rest, definitely for April. But once that's achieved, or once you've got to that point, you gain all that extra energy again to re-establish yourself and take off at another level. So I'd say, Virgo, that is a really, really nice, powerful reading for you. There's quite a lot to think about there. In fact, I've probably missed some of the essence of the reading with this particular setup I've got as well. And sometimes messages come to me after I've finished the reading because there's so much going on. But when you're listening to it yourself, you will also pick up your own thoughts and ideas about what the specific cards could mean and what they could mean for you. So take that on board, because this is a time of listening to yourself and your insight, which is always important. So what we'll do now is the high vibrational energy cards. So let's see what turns up for you for April from these. I'm just going to shuffle them off the side here. And pick one out. You received Michael, enchantment. Oh well, that really matches very much with the Magus. In fact, they're very, very similar energies. And you know my feeling for Michael. He is a great protector. He's one of the most easily accessible higher energies that we can call on for protection of the home and family in particular. And anytime you're feeling stressed or worried, Michael just brings in the soothing energy. And in fact, there's so much of this colour going on in this reading. I just have to pop this beautiful amethyst orb beside it. It's all about calming and healing and re-energizing, which is what the Hermit was talking to you about, and having some faith and belief in the absolute magic of the universe, which is why that Magus card is there for you. I think if you get yourself too grounded and stuck on the earth's, being solid and grounded type people, as Virgos often are, you forget about that magic capacity of life and that spiritual, freedom that we can all feel. And the enchantment card is very much like that. Look at that gorgeous unicorn. So you might find that when you go into the periods of this inner reflectiveness for yourself in April, that you come up with your dreams and your passions and your answers forward on your journey. And that was a little bit how I just said earlier. It seems to me that it's a month about you and your insight and your intuitiveness, because we all can get into the realm of enchantment and get into the magic of what is actually out there. We don't have to just follow the strict rules and regulations that have been set down for society, because quite often they're lacking and they hold us back from our spiritual release. So there you are, Virgo. That is a beautiful energy coming through. I can feel it very, very strongly. So I wish for you a very happy April and much enchantment. How wonderful, and much magical harmony. So many thanks for listening and for leaving your comments. I really love it. So peace, namaste.